Want to thank Bill Prince for reaching out to me through Facebook this evening. It's a great shot of Bill and his mom at the races. And this is an old race team, Team Rocket. They had their own trading cards. Pretty cool. Bill's got a crazy collection of magazines, and he offered to lend me some if I need them. Just check that out. That's just a sample. This guy's got a library. Anyway, thanks a lot, Bill, and I'll see you guys in there. We're going to do BMX Action, August 1988. This is a pretty cool cover. I was taking a look at this, and what I was doing before I started the video is I started thinking to myself, what was going on, in 1988, August 1988, and I started laughing to myself. I go, well, I was only 18. I just graduated from high school, and I was really just trying to figure things out, like, what am I going to do with my life and all that good stuff. But I was making pizzas, about to go to junior college, and obviously I was still heavily involved with BMX racing. The funny thing is, it's like when you're racing BMX and you get to that age where you're like 16, 17 and up, you start driving and doing other things that are more interesting to you. And my BMX racing started kind of declining like this, but it is what it is. Let's get into the magazine. This one should be pretty fun. I'll see you guys in there. So again, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is August 1988 BMX Action magazine. One of the first things that caught my eye on this cover, I always look at the little details, and without getting into this, I don't know what he's writing here. I have to get into the magazine to determine that. But we can see, I love that you see the Comp 3 tires against the show chrome wheels. And then I see the hutch pedals underneath what I'm assuming is Airwalk shoes. And he's rocking Levi jeans here. And there's just a lot in this photo right here that's kind of just iconic for the time. Like, you could just see basically how things look. And that's just a really cool shot. He's all locked up, kind of in a leery position here. And I really like it. So let's see what's going on in the magazine. We got Hot Shots Return, possibly the raddest BMX photos ever. That should be pretty cool to look at. Which hardcore race bike is best? Is it Hutch or is it Robinson? We're going to find out. We have 7 state shooting spree. Not sure what that is. Did we hit your hometown? I don't know. We'll find out. And how to survive today's pro class. And this is the top rookies reveal their secret. So cool. Let's take a look. Let's get into it. Let's see. All right. This is pretty awesome already. Okay, so let's look at this Haro Group 1 ad for a second. I like this for a couple reasons, because this is the second generation of the Group 1. As I mentioned, I don't know how many magazines back, I actually bought a Haro Group 1. Well, my mom did. I sold my Skyway to get the Haro, and this is the second, I guess you could say the second phase of it. The bike's pretty much the same. The handlebars changed. You can see it's got this extreme knee saver shape on it. And I saw some videos and pictures of Pete, and he had a Haro flow panel, and he cut it to fit the bars. It was kind of weird. But if you think about it, he was kind of ahead of his time, because that's the smaller number plates is what's really in now, as opposed to the bigger number plates, although I kind of missed the look of the bigger number plates, to be honest with you. All right, let's move on. Looks like this is LA Legal Action. This is a smaller company. This is some of their products. Looks like it's really freestyle related. Their pedals are kind of old school looking. But let's see what we got here. All right, here's the opening page. Oh, wow. I love that shot already. So who do we got here? It says on this page, Indiana Homeboy and Factory 09er, Barry McManus. That's a great shot of Barry, the underdog who shocked thousands last year by getting an NBL #1 plate for his highly competitive 16X class. That's really cool. I've seen a lot of videos that Todd Lyons does every once in a while on Facebook, and him and Barry had some pretty epic battles. They're actually pretty funny to watch. He's a great narrator. Who's on the cover? It says, all it says is on cover, page 22, photo by Spike. You know what? Let's give the credit. Let's go to page 22 for a second and see who is actually on the cover of that. 20, 21, 22. Let's see, on the cover. Oh, it's Mike Savage. He's on the cover. So let's give Mike his props there. That's just a great shot of Mike. All right, let's keep moving. So I'm sorry I'm going back and forth, guys, but let's keep going. So what do we got? We have the Deer Gork, of course. We got Dirt testing the Robinson Pro Team model in this one. That should be pretty cool. Looks like we got Report, which looks like a Florida race, Bakersfield race, a trip to Madeira. There's an interview with Terry Tennant, Mr. T Talks. We have The Other Side, The King Lives. Oh, awesome. Hot Shots with more Barry. Racing and NBL Peachtree, Profile Dave Clymer, Hot Prods, Testing the Hutch Pro Racer, and then finally Outtakes. This looks like it's going to be a pretty good magazine. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's about 18, but still really, really into BMX. You know, my BMX bike was sitting in my bedroom, for God's sake, still. Oh, wow, look at this GT ad. Of course, we got Gary Ellis here. I was watching a video on YouTube. I don't know who it was. I can't remember what podcast it was, but they were talking about Gary Ellis. And, you know, for Gary to stay on GT was pretty big money for what GT paid Gary. I think he was in the six-figure salaries. Don't quote me on it, but that's what I heard in the videos. You know, to make over $100,000 racing BMX bikes is pretty outstanding. And, you know, he's getting paid to do what he loves. And what I love about Gary is Gary quit. I shouldn't say quit, retired at the top of his game. You know, he won the, I think he won a national title in his last year out there riding. So got a lot of respect for this guy. He's just a really awesome rider. Looking at the bikes, so we got the GT Pro Series team and, of course, all the GT Pro frame sets here with the handlebars. Really, really cool stuff. I really love the same old chromoly design. And, you know, I know that Gary Turner is still producing frames right now, and I've seen some of his stuff online. It looks really cool. All kinds of different sizes. I just wish that they chromed them. That's the only complaint I could make, but that's probably really expensive. Check out Mike Miranda, the Bonehead Flash and the JT ad. Man, we did some weird things in the 80s, and I was just watching one of the Dirty Knobs podcast videos, and he was talking to Woodiots, and they were talking about some of the kind of kooky things that they would do in the ads. And, you know, here's a good example of it, but it's a really cool shot. I like it. We got the Hutch ad here, and it says Ronnie Anderson 1986 #1 Pro. It's strange that's Ronnie Anderson, and he's all on the Hutch gear. Okay, I'm really confused right now. Bad boy Ronnie Anderson is back and as bad as ever aboard his Hutch Pro Racer. He plans to blow doors in the pro class at ABA and NBL Nationals this year. Ronnie chooses the Hutch Pro Racer because it's the baddest bike available, with the Hutch Pro stem, pro pedals, sealed alloys, and chromoly frame and fork, seat post and bars, along with Hutch's championship proven frame design. Does anybody out there remember Ronnie racing a Hutch or racing for Hutch? Because I certainly don't. But it's right here, Hutch and Anderson. Okay, that blew my mind. I don't have any memory of that. But I'm getting older. All right, this ad is one of my favorite Mongoose ads. I love it. 57 Chevy Bel Air convertible. You got the whole Mongoose team in here with the bikes coming out of the trunk. That is just very, very classic. Love it. That's just a great shot. Let's read one of the Deer Gorks. I always pick a short one. Let's go to They Really Are Cool. This is Deer Gork. Enclosed is the picture taken at the NBL National in Peachtree City, Georgia, of Chris Big Red Lawrence, a 9 novice who took second on Saturday and first on Sunday. Chris is from Illinois. Besides hammering it up with the pros and top AMs, Greg Hill gave Chris the jersey off his back, taking first for his Robinson. Oh, we're taking first on a Robinson. That's awesome. This is what BMX racing is all about, the competitive sport, pros that are accessible to the kids who admire them. Most importantly, the pros care. That's from Lynn Lawrence from Sugar Grove, Illinois. And her son was, again, Chris Lawrence, and he was 9 years old at the time. So he's a grown man now. And he says, is that Sewell in the background? You can see this photo right here. And Chris is in the Haro. I guess I'm assuming he's in that Haro jersey right there. And he's hanging out with all these big name pros. Looks like Gary Ellis and Sewell, Mike King, Greg Hill, Matt Hayden. That's just a really, really cool shot. And, it's really cool because I know that when you're a type of person that doesn't go to a lot of nationals, when you do get to go to a national, it's really, really cool to see pros in person. I remember the first time I experienced it, I was like, wow, that was Mike King. He just walked right past me, and I remember seeing Billy Griggs for the first time. I remember seeing how fast Pete Lonkarovich was for the first time. I saw Greg Hill walking through the pits, almost peed myself. It was just funny stuff, All right, let's keep going. We got more Deer Gork here. Let's see if we can find another short one. Here's one. More No One Retires Proof. I'm a sole rider from way back. I own a rare first issue of BMXA, and I'm returning to claim a number one title in 2230 Cruiser. Believe me when I say I'll Believe me when I say I'll single you out in our motos. Beware. I was immortalized by Oz in June 1981 issue of BMX Action, tabletopped over the ditch, and he didn't know my name. Look it up and see. Enclosed is a current photo of me smoking comp at the Arizona State Championship during the main event. Go ahead and run the shots if you'd like. Kind of the past, present radness from the old school BMX. Bob Sensabaugh. Oh, I love that. Bob was in Rail to Berm, which I still have the sticker right here, even though the show's over. Rail to Berm, Bicycle Motocross Show. This was one of my favorite podcasts, and then they just kind of wrapped it up. But here's a shot of Bob right there. Bobby Motomag is what they called him. Here's the original shot in Chandler, 1981. And here's Bob. He's racing 2230 Cruiser in 1988. So, wow, it's so cool that I ran into that. I'm a big fan of that show. I really was. I was sad to see that one go. That was a really cool one. All right, let's keep on moving. Oh, what do we got here? We got Sting coming soon, the classic that set the standards now. Bringing back the Schwinn Sting. Heard Billy Griggs talking about his efforts. His time with Schwinn, and it was on the Rail to Berm podcast again. And he had some issues with Schwinn because they did not want him to run a custom-made frame. They wanted him to run the bike that everybody else runs. So he had a little bit of issues with Schwinn. He said that the Sting didn't really meet his needs. He didn't really care for the Schwinn Sting so much as the geometry of the bike, and that he said they put him on a Predator, and he said that was pretty close to what he needed, but it never really fit what Billy was needing. And I think he mentioned that he found a lot of success on the Free Agent Limo, which I think a lot of riders actually had a lot of success on that bike. Okay, let's keep on moving. Why do you ride more? It's important. Wait a minute. What does it say? Why you ride is more important than ever. GT bicycles. Oh, this is a really cool ad. You got the racing here. It looks like you got Gary, of course, up here. Looks like Martin Aparijo here. And then looks like we have a trials rider. And that is going to be Hans-Georg Ray, 1981 Norba National Champion. That's really cool. That's a great shot. All right, let's keep on going. On and off. Todd Mitchell is off Robinson and will probably be turning pro. That's cool. Oh my gosh, what's the deal with this guy on fire? What's that all about? Photo courtesy of Diddler Coast Bicross magazine. Above you see Dana Duke, legendary of many antics above and beyond call of thrashing. Wow, I'm not going to read all of that, but that dude is on fire. That's crazy. Don't know why he did that. All right, let's see. What do we have here? We got some trivial stuff here. Murray has a $1 billion payroll. Murray employs over 3,000 people. Murray's Lawrenceburg, Tennessee plant encompasses 62 acres. Holy crap, I never knew that. Murray has just improved a $3 million expansion. Murray has just announced that they and Huffy will be making F1 bikes. Those are those street bikes. They're still 20-inch bikes, but they're made for the street, kind of like a mini road bike in a sense. Wow, Huffy will be making them as well. Interesting stuff, huh? With all the money tied up, I guess it explains why they couldn't afford a two-man BMX team. Seriously, man, you guys are $1 billion company and they got rid of the BMX team? Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's move on. All right, what do we have here? You can quote me on it. Statement and proof no one ever retires from BMX. What is all this stuff about? Concerning the long-time NBL attitude towards pros, an outspoken Billy Madden said, BMX is a family sport, right? Well, Bob Tedesco is the dad, and he's trying to kick all the pros out of the house. Wow, I wonder what he was talking about there. Concerning the ongoing attacks on Boss, Carlo Lucia says, I know what's going on with Slavic, Kenny May, so print this, people. In glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Holy moly, man. There was some heat going on. They should, instead of calling this dirt, they should have called it drama. What do we have going on here? Let's read this one. So you thought being a pro was glamorous, huh? It is, but every rose has a thorn, you know? As of this writing, it's April 15th. every pro we've talked about today has been severely bummed about paying taxes. Well, join everybody else in America in our never-ending search. Let you know what BMX life is really like. Here's a sample of how much a few pros paid in taxes. Kevin Hall, I paid $2,589. Eric Roof paid $1,735. Okay, well, that's nothing to cry about. That's nothing. In 1984, I paid $3,600. I sat there on my sofa and wrote a $3,600 check to the IRS and cried when I told Stu he said that was nothing. He had to pay $5,000 that year. I lucked out. Billy Griggs paid $668. Oh, I guess this is all Eric Roop saying this. So that's crazy. I mean, it's tax season now. I'm just happy to get any sort of tax return. But, I guess I understand, because if they're getting paid a gross amount of money at the end of every race, of course the IRS is going to want their piece. So let's get on with it. Let's move on. We got the Robinson ad here. This is a great shot of Greg Hill here. So 1989, Greg Hill still factory rider. I've seen some great videos of Greg still racing in this era. He was still very, very competitive. And it says here, here's a list of BMX racing bikes better than Robinson. It's just blank. I love the way these guys would go at it in their ads. All right. They all fall down. There's more dirt in here. We won't go too much into this so I don't spend 45 minutes with this video. But this looks really interesting. We got a serious Redline ad here. Look at the Redline flights. Oh my gosh. Still my favorite cranks ever. I got a set on my Skyway, and I would run Redline flights virtually on any bike. I still think they're just awesome cranks. All right, let's keep going. What in the world? Oh, okay, here's one of the F1 bikes we were referring to. This is by General Bicycles. Now, I've never ridden one of these, but I've sat on one. I was at a race, and I forgot what national I was at. I probably would gather it was probably in Reno, but they had some of these bikes out for display, and I sat on it and just kind of rolled back and forth a little bit. And I thought to myself, oh, it feels kind of sporty. It's kind of cool, but I never owned one, so I can't really make any comments on how cool these might have been to ride or if they were cool at all. If any of you have ever ridden these, put some comments below and let me know what you thought of the F1 bikes. Is that RL? What the hell? No, that's not RL. Who is that? I have no idea, but it's a Hammer ad. I think it could be RL. I don't know. I think I know he did some Hammer stuff. That is really cool chopper bike, though. That's kind of the thing of the 70s. I remember kids riding these around with these big raked out front forks. That's really cool. I like it. We got the skateboard ad. I've seen that a few times in a few magazines. Robinson Pro Team model. No comparison. All right. Angry Canine looks one down at Wallows of Grapevine. As much as the Robinson is a full-blown top-ranked race bike, we couldn't help but try to put it on the street or in a mile-long ditch. Also, check out Mad Dog. That's a great shot. He's coming over here. He gets crossed up over here. Just super clean. Really like it. That's a great shot. All right, let's move on. Oh, wow. Look at that shot. That's a great race shot. Wow. Look at this one. That's amazing. Wow. Love it. Mad Dog again. Look at his foot position on that pedal. That's really cool. I don't know if you could do that in clips. I don't know how limiting clips are, but that's really cool. And this is a really high quality looking bike. That's really nice. This is a great shot right here too. All great shots. Love BMX action. Golly. This is another Robinson rider here. Within the last year, Danny Nelson's grown about a foot. Oh, wow. Danny Nelson was still pretty young here. I remember him being pretty small as like an 8-9-year-old, and you can see he's getting into his own until he became a pretty big man. Here's the specs for the Robinson that they were testing. This looks pretty good. 4130 chromoly frame and fork, pretty typical stuff. Chromoly handlebars. It had a DK extra long machined aluminum head, chromoly shaft, polished, Amy grips, of course. GT Epoch aluminum headset. Rims were Axiom chrome. Hubs were GT. I love chrome wheels. Never going to get over that. Spokes 36 and 14 gauge chrome. Tires are Mitsubishi Comp 3. Wow. Tioga replicas. Okay, so they weren't really Tiogas, but other than that, the bike is a work of art. That's a beautiful bike. Love it. Okay, we got an Airwalk ad here. This is really cool. All right, let's keep on moving. Report Madera's Great American Chili Cook-Off and ABA Double Pointer. Looks like they had an ABA double pointer. I don't know what this is all about, but is that a local race that they did a little stuff on here? It's a couple shots. That's pretty cool. And check out all these F1 guys. What do you think of these BMX legends have in common? And it's gonna say they rode F1s if I remember right. Yeah, they all rode F1s. Look at that. That's a cool ad. But you can see that the bicycle companies were really going to try to push this because I think that they saw a market for that. It was something different to ride. It was something you could ride on the street, and I think it's really cool. I think it was a good idea. I don't know, what came of it. Obviously, you don't see these bikes around anymore unless you see some homeless guy riding one that he found on the side of the road or at Goodwill. This is back in 1987. This is just all the covers and magazines that you can actually order from BMX Action. So seeing that this is 1988, it was really cool that you can go back and actually order magazines from 1987. I'm going to take a drink of water, guys. One moment. Let's get back to it. The mushroom grip ad. Love that with it being on a pizza like that. That's pretty cool. California Skate Express over here. We got all these t-shirts for $11.95 each. Lots of skateboard stuff in here. It's the second skateboard ad we've seen. All right, let's keep on moving. Oh, wow. ABA Gillies National, Pasadena, Texas. I hope there's more about the race than this ad right here, or this picture right here, but we'll soon find out. And it says here, he came close to being ABA's #1 AM last year, and so far, Galen Starlin shows all the signs of being up there again. So that's a good shot of Galen right there. Although it's kind of dark, but that's still pretty cool. And check out Roop. He had his own signature frame with Mongoose. The Eric Roop frame and fork right there, and they had the 24-inch version right here. It's kind of a strange bend on the forks. Take a look at that. See how they kind of rake forward? That's kind of strange. I wonder how that rode. Let's keep going. Terry Tennant and Trademarks. This is a great shot at Terry. Let's take a look at that for a second. That's really cool. He was all on the MCS. And again, this is kind of like reminiscent of the cover. You see the Comp 3s, the chrome wheels. Looks like he's wearing the red Airwalk shoes. He's looking very factory right here. He's got awesome tuck going on. Love it. That's just a great shot of Terry. Let's read a little bit of what Terry has to say here. If we can find kind of a short piece to read here. Let's see. His trademarks are wheeling the entire track, running rock-hard tire pressure, racing with heavy gears, using numbers like number 250 and 500 on his 20, and cruiser, sporting freewheel discs, putting a fender on the back of his bike, wearing sunglasses during a race, and having a bike with the longest wheelbase in the entire history of BMX. Last summer, another trademark of Terry Tennant was controversy, being the center of attention in GT drug scandal, which ended with him getting kicked off of GT. Yep, when it comes to trademarks, Terry's got a lot of them, and BMX Action wanted to know all about them. Now, this is kind of cool. Now, Terry messaged me recently, because Terry does watch my videos, and I really appreciate that, Terry, by the way. And he did mention something about being removed from GT. He did say a few other things, and he actually recommended I think it was a BMX World magazine where it had 100 of the greatest BMX racers of all time. BMX World is kind of like, not BMX World. Geez, guys, I forgot what it was called, but it's an ABA newspaper. I think it's called American BMXer, and it's the magazine that's issued to you when you were racing for the ABA back in the day. And he mentioned, man, if you want to get into any magazine, that would be the one to get into. Hopefully, I can get my hands on one. I'd love to go through that. But this is a great shot of Terry. I'm going to go back and read all this. Oh, check out this picture of Terry right here. So you got the sequence right here at the bottom. He's got the big T on his number plate. You can see how he's starting to power wheelie up. And he is essentially manualing this jump. Now, this is awesome because manualing really wasn't a thing at the time. But you can see Terry already doing it in 1988. So he's already kind of like showing us the wave of the future, and we didn't even really know it. I mean, obviously, look at the riding style with him pulled all the way back, kind of, and he, like I said, it looks like he's appearing to be manualing over the jump. The long wheelbase, This is all, it's like Terry can see ahead. Like these are the things that are going to be happening, and none of us really knew it at the time. What makes Terry Tennant so different from the rest of the AA pros? This does. His distinct kickback and wheelie over everything style is making him a standout from all pros. So that is really cool. I am going to go back and I'm going to read all this, but this is really great. And hopefully Terry has this magazine. All right, let's keep going. UK Jive Homeboy. So we got an ad right here, and we got the Rockville BMX ad still going on right here. Love this Haro t-shirt, by the way. That's really cool. And you guys got to be wary, man. I've been on Facebook and Instagram a lot lately, and I'm getting a lot of ads from companies that are creating these t-shirts and sweatshirts that have all this name brand stuff on it, which at first sight you go, wow, that's amazing. I can get all these sweatshirts, but they don't have any authorization or licensing to produce these products. So just be wary of that. I've already bought Skyway jerseys from places I probably shouldn't have. All right, let's keep on moving. We have the report for the NBL Sarasota Orlando doubleheader. We got only one shot again of the race action. I'm a little disappointed there's not full layouts, but this is a really, really good shot. BMX doesn't get any harder than this with Glenn Pawlowski and Ron Walker make Mike. I'm going to try with this one. Kenulakot's sandwich while star over the week. While star of the weekend was Dave Cullinan, runs away with the first major win for the year. The breathtaking elbow lock is brought to you by a Floridian, what is that? Photoman, Tom Iser. Oh, wow, look at these guys are all locked up. That's a great shot, and someone's definitely crashing there. There's no way. We got S&S Racing Bikes here. We got an ad for them right here. This looks like a pretty good one. And oh, this is awesome. Here we go. Diamondback's first ad that we've seen tonight. We're back, armed and dangerous. It's kind of strange to see Harry out of uniform. So I'm kind of wondering, in 1988, did he go from racer to team manager? I'm going to say no, because I know he was racing still. So it's strange that he's not in uniform right here. Check out Eddie King. He's looking like a GQ model here. We got Matt Hayden and Justin Green. I'm sorry, I don't know these two little guys here, or these two gentlemen right here, because I know they're grown up now. Looks like Nick Libator and let's see, Nick Libator, Cindy Ainsworth is on the team, Matt Hayden, and it's really hard to read this, guys. Justin Green, I mentioned. Jason Palmer. Okay, so pretty good shot. Love it. This is a great ad. Look at this Diamondback. This is great. That's just beautiful. You can see that Eddie's sitting on this bike right here, pretty much in its stock form. So that's really cool. And you can see their Nora cups right here. This is really cool. Looks like they got 4 of them already for the #1 bike. So that's awesome. What do we got here? The King lives, the other side. So this looks like it is a jumping freestyle contest. Okay, I got kind of mixed emotions because we've had 2 major races in this magazine and it just got 1 photo. And as we move into freestyle, here we go. But you know what? It only got 1 page too, but they got the full page ad. And man, I do have to admit though, this is pretty freaking rad. Look at the crowd in the background. I have no idea what it would feel like to be this guy getting rad in front of all these people. It just must have been an amazing feeling for him. What does it say here? Oh, that's Fiola. It was Eddie. I didn't even realize it was Eddie. Eddie doing what does that say? A Gail Webb show at Knott's Berry Farm during the Easter vacation '88. Wow. He's at Knott's Berry Farm. That's definitely not a GT. Is that a PK Ripper he's riding? Wait a minute. What is that, guys? That looks like a PK Ripper. I can be completely wrong. I don't think I am, though. Pretty sick. I don't know what's going on with that seat post. Looks like he's got a plastic sleeve over it. All right, let's keep on moving. Oh, look at that shot. A few words from the king. Look at Eddie cleaning his Porsche here. Nowadays, a man's best friend is not his dog. It's his car. Here, Ed and his favorite pet, which, by the way, is unofficially for sale for $50,000. So I guess Eddie Fiola had enough of that car. And you know what? It's probably still worth 50 grand, depending on the condition of it, of course. That's really cool. At this point, he had ridden for 11 years, according to this interview, but we're not going to get too far into that tonight, guys. Let's keep on going. Uh-oh, pages are stuck. First Class BMX. They've been running ads for a while. I've been seeing these since about 1983. We got some stickers, a BMX Action sticker. Oh man, another F1 ad. So now you can see that this is Diamondback's version of it. We already saw General's version of it. It looked like I saw a Shimano one earlier. And now this is Diamondback's. So they're really, really pushing this. And it's a little kit on it. The bikes look kind of small, so it wouldn't really be designed for an adult, I wouldn't think. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. What do we got here? Diamondback. DBing in DB, aka one-footed Matt Hayden flying in the diamond bar. Look at this shot of Matt Hayden. That's super factory. That's a great, great shot. Love it. Love it. That's just amazing. I wonder who took that shot. It doesn't say. It doesn't say who's going to give credit, but that's definitely a beautiful shot. We got Scully Brothers and their ad here. And oh, finally, here we go. I've been waiting for this. All right, NBL War of the Stars at Peachtree. Check out this Auburn. You know, I really didn't understand what the fascination was with Auburn. I don't think I'd want a bike that you can unbolt in the back, but that's just my preference. And it looked kind of heavy to me. It didn't look like it was a very light bike, but obviously it worked because we've got, what do we have here? Danny Milwee, sponsor, called him the Missile. Wow, so that's Danny Milwee just getting busy. So obviously the bike worked. That's a great shot. We got a RevCore rider right here. That's a great, great shot. Let's see what else we got in here. Ooh, look at Todd Lyons. Todd Lyons, admire and appreciation his full-on motocross riding style, but never asked to look at his belly button. That's cool. I don't need to see that. That is a great shot right there. We got a Diamondback rider here, and it looks like it's Nick Liberatore leading the pack right here. And then here we got another rider who has got a sweatshirt on. He's got the 09 pants on. It's Lawin Cunningham riding the 09. Maybe his factory 09. And there's the man right there. Look at the wheelbase. Terry Tennant was flat flying till he got caught a Charlie horse in the second turn. That means Charles Townsend must have got him. But that's a great shot. Great shot of these two guys. A couple of my favorite riders. Great shot. All right, let's keep on going here. Oh, yeah, look at this one. Man, they just keep getting better and better. We got Mike King and Cecil Johns just going at it in this shot right here. It's almost like good cop, bad cop, you know, because you got the Haro, all-American looking guy right there, and you got the boss all in the black and yellow, just being the bad guy in hot pursuit. And that's just the way I look at it. But that's a great, great shot. All right, we got Todd Lyons here, Sean Riblett here, Ron Walker, John Purse. Wow, look how young John was right there. Well, I was probably his age too, so I shouldn't say anything. Gary DeBacker demonstrating the proper technique, making a technique for making it through turn one. Love the power wheelie. Love the power wheelie. I remember when I was racing, sometimes I would consciously go, I'm going to do a power wheelie. Like if I was sitting in the front, if I was in first, I go, ooh, I'm going to power wheelie out of the back of this berm. I just love the way that felt. Did it help me at all? Probably not, but it just looked really cool. All right, what do we got here? Oh, these are really good shots here too. Look at this. Georgia in phase 2 territory. Kenneth Squires, Chris Sides, Bobby May. Three very sudden dudes. Not know what they meant by sudden dudes, but that's pretty cool. This is a great shot right here. Danny Milwee again. Rocking the long hair. When the word got out Sewell was seen in the pits riding a bike with tough wheels, it sent many searchers on a rampage, but it would be just a rumor. Yeah, that's definitely not Anthony Sewell. Great shot. Great shot. So let's see. Let's take a look at the results. Let's see what happened at this race. So A Pro. So Terry Tennant ended up winning A Pro, and then Charles Townsend picked up second, Todd Corbett with the third, Gary Ellis with the fourth, Matt Hayden fifth, no, Bill Madden, sorry, fifth, Greg Hill with the sixth, Rodney Johnson seventh, and Tony Sheets picked up the eighth. B Pro, so this is Mike's rookie year. Yeah, and this is Mike's rookie year, but he ended up winning the A Pro title, double A Pro title in the ABA that year. Mikey King won B Pro. Cecil Johns took second. All right. John Wall with the third. Looks like Norman Valched with the fourth. Jeff Calvert, Byron Clark, Jeff DeVito, and Kevin Nichols. So for Pro Award, this is interesting because Pro Award is, I'm assuming, Pro Open. Mike King won Pro Open. So Mike doubled. He won B Pro and Pro Open. So it must have been, it makes you wonder what was going through the pros' mind. All the vet pros that were out there, and Mike King is in his rookie year. They're probably thinking, man, this guy's going to be a handful. And he turns around, wins B Pro, and then wins Pro Open. And he beat Charles Townsend, Todd Corbett, Cecil Johns. Ooh, Cecil even did well. Gary Ellis, Didi Leone, Eddie King, and Terry Tennant. 16 and over Open, Darwin Griffin won that one. Rest in peace, Darwin. 14-15 Open, Lawin Cunningham won that one. 12-13 Open, Charlie Davidson. 10-11 Open, Billy, what's that, Botak. 8-9 Open, Michael Brandt. 7 and under Open, Billy Herrera. 18 and over Expert, Darwin Griffin. He doubled over the weekend. He kicked ass. 17 Expert, Dean LeBurge. He won 17X. 16 Expert, Todd Lyons won 16X. Lawin Cunningham won 15 Expert. Shelby James, 14X. He was a big name. Charlie Davidson with the win in 13X. 12X was Mike Luna. 11 Expert, Andrew Warfield. And 10 Expert was Eric Cunningham. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to lose my voice. But that's really cool. I love looking at the results, especially when you see the younger guys that are in the AMS class that eventually become the biggest pros of the 90s. So that's really cool to see that. Today's assignment, subscribe. Special back to school offer to subscribe to BMX Action and get the Freestylin' 2 book for free. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I should have subscribed to this magazine. I don't know why I never did. I think I just I know I must have subscribed to it at one point because I kind of remember getting these in the mail, but I also remember buying them a lot. So I don't know what I was thinking. Practice is very easy when you have a track outside your bedroom window. Billy Griggs playing in his backyard. So this is interesting because if you guys go back to the Dirty Knobs podcast, go to Billy Griggs' interview, and they have a lot of conversations about the backyard. Apparently, they had some pretty big sessions back there with a lot of pro riders. Let's keep on going. California Hot, we're number 1. Another skateboard shop. That's I think the third one now we've seen. Dave Clymer, most time I'm out of control. So another cool another cool interview. This time it's with Dave Clymer. I love how he has his bike around in the background. He's looking very, very urban for the time, He looks like he could be part of Duran Duran here. I love this look though. It's pretty sick. Let's keep on going. Wow, it's a pretty good interview here with Dave. Check it out. Grab a hold of the winner, free agent Prolong. That's a great shot. Kenny May right here. Kenny was a bad dude. I saw a lot. Been watching a lot of videos, obviously. I've been creating a lot of video content with a lot of these older races, and Kenny May was a bad dude. These are hot products. M&M Sports. Looks like Pacific Palms. Made for the shades. I don't know who made these. Those are Amy sunglasses. We got some tech sweats. This is pretty cool stuff. It's really cool to look back and look at some fashions, though. For the 80s, I really like it. There's a cool shot right here. What do we got here? Brandon Allen with the Hutch Pro Racer. So now they're going to test the Hutch Pro Racer here. It's a cool shot of Brandon Allen. Look at the Hutch pants. I don't remember these either. Man, I'm really blanking out on this uniform. But that's a really, really cool shot. Love the seat cover on the bike. That's a good one. All right, let's take a look here. Ronnie Anderson. Guys, I do not remember Ronnie being on Hutch. This is really puzzling me. Ronnie Anderson does his job. He does it darn good. If you lose to him, you aren't doing your job. Colossus berm shot. That is a great, great shot. Love it. That's a great one. All right, let's keep on going here. What else do we have? Oh, here's the specs for the bike. Here's a great shot right here. The crazed one copes through. He raced the same exact bike once, bone stock, at this year's Chandler National. The rear axle was as far back as it can go. Oh wow, that's interesting. So Ronnie actually raced this bike in its stock form. That's really cool. And Ronnie's not a small dude. He's this big guy. So that goes to show you how good this bike actually was. That's really cool. This is a great shot right here too. Big air at Flem's, courtesy of Scooter Allen. Wow, that's really cool. Great, great shot. Looks like, oh, check it out. This is a small ad, but it's really important that we look at this because this is The beginning of Tommy Bracken's bicycle company, Bracken's. Yeah, that's really awesome. I like it. There's a guy on Facebook, and oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name. He's a big time collector, and he has a couple of these Bracken's bikes. I really wish I could remember his name right now. Sorry, guys. But he has some of them autographed from Tommy Bracken's. He took the time to have the bikes re-chromed, sent it to Tommy. Tommy signed it and sent it back to him with a video, which I thought was really cool. I remember looking at that on Facebook. It looks like, is that Barry McManus? Oh, no. Mark, let's see, more from the camera of Mark Snavely. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. More from the Pride of Indiana, Barry McManus. That's really cool. Good shot. That's your hot shots. All right, let's keep... Oh, we're getting close to the end, guys. Look at the auburn frame, Danny Millie. He's rocking the mullet. There you go, man. There's proof that that was the style back then. The mullet. I kind of had a mini version of the mullet. My hair was just too wavy and curly. But, you know, I'd kill to have that hair now. And here we go. Another national that just didn't get a lot of footage. You know, it's a little disappointing. Like, obviously, they were at the race. They could have at least done 2 pages on it, I think. But this is the U.S. Nationals in Bakersfield. And this, if I did race a Bakersfield National, but it was in, I want to say 86, and it was a big mud fest. Like, the first day was just all mud, and I still managed to get a third. My cousin picked up a third. And then the next day it was semi-dry, and I have that race on one of my previous videos. It's a pretty cool race. Here's a cool ad, MCS with again Terry Tennant. Terry, this is your magazine, my boy. You were in you're in quite a few of the pages here. You're the man in this one. Winning Terry Tennant. Let's take a look at some of these stats. 87 ABA Grands, doubled in A Pro. In the Arkansas National, he doubled A Pro. In Arizona, he doubled in A Pro. In the Gillies National, he doubled in Double A Pro. In the NBL Miami National, he doubled in B Pro. NBL Orlando doubled in A Pro. And ABA Bakersfield third in AA Pro. Holy crap, he was just kicking ass in 1987. That's a great... Wow, this is a thick page. Let's go to the next one. All right, we got the new Skyway 300 TA. This is really has a lot to do with, as I mentioned before, with Rick Palmer. Rick was the only Skyway Pro at the time, and Rick needed a more modern type race bike that didn't include tough wheels, I think, because I know he was on a Skyway TA at first, and I saw Rick at my local track all Skywayed out, and I thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. But I wasn't a big fan of the Skyway 300 TA. As a matter of fact, when this bike came out, I was riding a Haro. I wasn't really interested in getting this, but now you look at it and you think, man, that's really, really cool. I like it. Okay, let's go to the next page. Oh, here's the man himself. GTA makes bikes. Haro makes do. Wow. Shots fired. Gary Turner. That's just really cool. Love it. That's a great, great shot. Great ad. Made it very simple. Very clean. And then here we go with our outtakes. We got the Robinson rider here about to go down. During this last race of Robinson, maybe this is why Todd Mitchell was photographed performing his yet unperfected forward rolling no-footed berm shot. That's pretty funny. Travis Chiprez. This is a great shot of Travis for the Mongoose Vision ad. That's a really, really, really cool shot. Again, he's rocking the mullet. So that's definitely in style. And that's it, guys. We did it. Eric Roop on the Comp 3 ad on the back of the magazine. But that is complete August 1988 BMX action. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I really did. I really love doing the 80s stuff. Eventually, I am going to run out of these magazines. But I did talk to a gentleman earlier this evening who's got a slew of magazines. And he did mention to me, hey, if you're going to need magazines, let me know. I went really long tonight, guys. It's 42 minutes. I'm really sorry. But other than that, I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I got it. At first it was hard. Nobody believed me. Ever since then, I'm making it clear. This my year. This my year. I hustle in the dark with a bright my head. Get the bright idea.